Millions of teenagers out there will totally agree with me when I say this, that most children secretly hate their parents. And I know that hate is a very strong word, but unfortunately, it is what it is. Well, of course, you wouldn't just wake up and decide, well, I hate my mom. But there is something that happened or is currently happening that makes you think and feel that way. And in today's video, I am going to help you to identify what makes your child hate you, and here's how you can be a better parent. Starting with reason number 1, which is you listen but you don't hear them. You just jump in before they even finished and you tell them instead of asking them. I know that I'm young and I don't have a child yet, but I'm smart enough to know that each and every single parent out there wants nothing else but the best for their children. That's why some teens often argue a lot with their parents, because you as a child, you think this is the best for you, while your mom thinks that is the best for you. And all of this unnecessary conflict and misunderstanding can be solved using just one simple trick, which is meet each other halfway, like two people approaching each other at the bridge. And as a parent, when your child speak, please just be quiet for a moment and listen to what they have to say before it's too late. Let their words sink in before you jump in with a response, before they even finish what they want to say to you. And if you don't understand something, ask them to explain it again. Reason number 2 is you take sides. You know, most parents do this, and it's often based on many reasons. Here's one of them. Let's say, for example, you have 2 children. They both have different mothers or fathers, right? And just because you now hate the other child's dad, you now all of a sudden hate the child too. And even when they argue, which is normal for siblings to argue from time to time, even when they argue, automatically you already know who's right or wrong without examining the situation first and then decide what you're going to do to solve this. So please stop. I mean, like, why should a child suffer for their father's sins when you both brought the child in this world, or for the main reason why you don't love your kids equally? So please be neutral and fair in both parties. Reason number 3 is you're always telling them what's wrong more than what they're doing right. For example, if they get bad grades, they don't wash the dishes, or whatever it is that they've done wrong, you're always so quick to point out the wrong in them, to the point where now your child starts to feel that you don't see anything right in them, and now they start hating you and themselves. So instead of being the bad parent, also point out the right in them as much as you do with the wrong. Like when they start to better their grades from code 2 to 4. Even though that's not the code 5, 6 or 7 that you wanted them to get, but let's be honest and fair, that is good progress. And in order for your child to get there faster, they need your help. Meaning, they need your support in each and every single thing that they do, mommy. And for crying out loud, you their mom. So, every now and then, on a random day, even though nothing happened, tell them, my child, I love you. My baby, after all and regardless of what happened in the past, but still, I am super duper proud of you. Damn. Even though that may seem small to you as a parent, or you have no idea how it may help, but you have no idea how much it would really mean a lot to your children. Because now they may start thinking and feeling that, okay, maybe mommy does love me. Maybe I am valued, seen, and appreciated. And maybe she is really proud of me. So if you keep on saying that over and over and over and over, and follow these steps that I just gave you and more that I'm about to give you in this video, just watch and see how your child just starts to change for the better. Just monitor their actions. Trust me. And you know, I'm not a parent, right? I'm young. I'm 16 years old, but I'm speaking based on my experience as a teenager. You know, not all children grow up in a home that's like mine, and all homes, parents and home situations, they're different, you know, but I'm a teenager. So I know, but maybe you watching it, you may be like, was this stage or something, but like, I understand how teenagers' minds works. You know, raising a teenager is indeed, it's a mission, you know what I mean? Even for my own parents, it's a mission, but I'm telling you this because I understand how teenagers' minds work, because now too, I am a teenager. Okay? Reason number 4 is you just say and do things without considering their feelings. And most of the times, it's often the parents that most teenagers say that they haven't dealt with their past traumas, which may be true. Maybe they were raised in a way that cut them so deep. Now they don't even realize that they're now passing on that pain to you unintentionally. So parents, please, if you know that something happened long time ago and you haven't dealt with it yet, mark a plan. Yes, I know that it's not easy to open up old wounds or deal with your past traumas. But remember that you're doing it for you, your children, and their children. Because let me tell you this, if you don't deal with it, then your children will have to deal with it. And if they don't, then their children will have to deal with it. And then it just becomes a whole generational curse of pain that is passed on unintentionally. So please, let the change, and indeed it does, it all starts with you. So let it start with you. Umdala. Face it. Face it like a real man or a real woman. Reason number 5 is they've grown and changed. But the thing is, you can see that they've changed and not even making an effort to try and understand the new them. You're way too strict. You assume everything. You're controlling and overprotective. And to be honest, if you're a strict parent, then you're not realizing that you're raising a child that is very good at lying, as if like they went to school for it. And I'm not saying that stop being a strict parent, but just don't overdo it. Because when you're way too strict, your child now thinks that, okay, so mommy or daddy is way too strict. And now, let's say for example, they want to go out and just chill and have fun with their friends. Your child now thinks that, you know, that if they want to go out and have fun with their friends, I have to lie to mommy or daddy to get what I want. That's just how it works. And teenagers, to be honest, if you would just sit down and think about it for a moment, you don't hate your parents. You just hate the things that they say and do to you. And parents, besides the 5 reasons that I mentioned in this video, there's a lot of other reasons why your child may secretly hate you. And I suggest that you and your child go to therapy and talk things out. In such cases, there needs to be a third end involved to help better things and be with you guys all the way as you form your new and good relationship. Even though now you may start to change and be a better parent, which is a good thing, but there are some things that your child might want to say to you. You know, maybe it's how you made them feel some time ago, or there is just that little nyana something that they want you to stop or start doing. And to both parents and kids, always remember that saying a word is like throwing a rock in the ocean. You just never know how deep it goes and how many times it actually repeats in someone's head, and the damage, the amount of damage that it does inside of them. And you watching here, whether you're a parent or a kid, I wish you all the best going forward. Just don't forget to pray. Mwah.